I'll call this meeting of the Committee of the Whole to order on June 2nd, 2026 at 5 p.m. And we have all members of council present, except for, of course, the normal chair of this meeting, our Deputy Minister, Sybil Skinner Robinson, who should be back from Hungary this evening. We have no, so in terms of the agenda, we have a couple of additions. So under the in-camera section, under business item 4, we have a new item, labor relations and contract negotiations. And item 5, another personnel matter. Are there any other additions for the agenda? Yes, there's one change under new business. Item 5, 11.5, the idea committee appointment. There's a process issue, so it's not on our agenda. It goes to another agency, the 3 municipal departments, to decide together the committee appointments. So that's scratched from this agenda. If there are no other changes, the agenda is approved by unanimous consent. We have no disclosure of conflict of interest issues before us today. Now we'll move to Committee of the Whole minutes of May 5, 2026. If there are no errors or omissions, then those minutes are approved as by unanimous consent. We have no presentations this evening. We have no public input. We will acknowledge we have a member of the public with us, Roger Windala. Thank you. So we can move right away to new business. And we'll start with the matter of acting pay.
Did you want to start with the motion or you want me to go?
Yes, you go right ahead.
Okay, so the proposal in your agenda package is to add to our human resource procedures and policy an item for acting pay. So when the CAO is in absence for more than 2 weeks, 10 consecutive days, then there will be an acting pay put in place for the employee that will fill in the role. Very basic. Many places have it. We've never had it, so it was requested by the director of finance to add it in.
And everybody's had a chance to review it?
Yes.
And the human resources policy was silent on the matter before. So if everybody's okay with that, we'll entertain a motion.
So Councillor Sakowski, I move to recommend to council to repeal and replace the human resources procedure and policy number 2026-04 dated June 2026.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Thank you. And then we move on to salary administration again. CAO will replace that for us.
I'm just getting to mine.
Well, it's been a busy day.
I'll go back to the tab. So just trying to line up, when I was out sick last time, there was some discrepancy between the salary administration policy, the HR policy, and the police agreement. So in light of that, we're trying to clean it up and make it very clear for anybody that is in the positions to follow it. So most of the changes under the salary administration were for part-time non-union employees. There's 3 things looking to change. They're all outlined in the proposal. And this will just clarify and align everything together.
So it's a case where the police agreement did not mirror what was in
The salary policy.
the salary policy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it left out, it was not clearly defined for the casual employees. So this will.
And that precipitated questions from payroll and how to deal with it. Okay. So everybody's had a chance to look at that? Yes. And all right. So is somebody prepared to make a motion?
Counselor Myers, I move to recommend to council to repeal and replace the salary administration policy number 2026-05 dated June 2026.
Counselor MacDonald seconds.
Any further discussion, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Great, thank you for that. Cleans that up. We'll move on to low income tax exemption at tab 4.
Yes, so we have the low income tax policy and we had, we put the agenda package out before the deadline, so we had 2 more people that applied on the deadline, so they were within the limits. And the draft motions in your on your paper today is the correct one and includes all 4 of the roll numbers that have requested and qualify for the exemption.
5.
So we have 5, yeah, we have 5, yeah.
Okay, make a motion.
Yes,
If there's any other questions, yeah.
Counselor MacDonald moves to recommend that council approve the low income tax exemption of $500 each for rolls 04572319, 0316345 107906662, 107908786, and 0362267, provided the accounts are in good standing.
Counselor Sitkowski seconds that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried, thank you. Okay, and on to the police agreement.
Yes, so this is also to align all of the policies and agreements. And under the RFD, under their proposal, it's for the casual employees to clarify when the CPI gets it added on to their pay automatically. And then we've clarified the casual employees rate are also on the administrative policy under the appendix A. And then just updated the pension plan to say that part-time employees, which are minimum 30 hours a week, qualify for pension.
All right, Counselor Sitkowski, I move to recommend to council to update the police agreement dated June 2026.
Counselor Myers seconds that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carried, thank you. Okay, so that did it for that section. So we'll go on to, we're at item 6, nomination for persons of national historical interest.
And this was brought up by Mayor Boye to see if we would be interested in putting a nomination forward.
And she brought it from the meeting that was held for the 400th anniversary. So 2 names came out of that, chief member 2 and Pierre Dugardemont. And so before we do anything, we'd have to check with Parks Canada whether there are existing files. I've already sent a message to the chief, not mentioning this, but asking to talk with the 400. So there's work we have to do, but just to make sure the council would be okay with starting the process before we talk to anybody. Exploring, yes, go ahead.
Counselor MacDonald, just wondering if, so we're trying to nominate them jointly?
That hasn't
separately?
been decided, oh yeah, not together.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
One person, I would.
Yep, one, no, but both persons for different reasons of importance for the 400.
Yes, okay, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So 2 people separate, but both of them are going forward, not one over the other.
Right,
Correct.
right.
Thank you.
Yes, important point. So before we start, we talk to anybody, we thought we'd bring it here. And the process, I think, was sent you to a link.
I think it's a great idea.
So if you're okay with it, we'd have conversation with people to find out if there was any previous attempt or any files. We'd start with Parks Canada and just go from there. And I have,
reasonable.
I requested a meeting with the chief to ask her if she and the council wish to do anything in connection with the 400. So I just asked questions. There was certain things she would like to do. The French delegation had come, would she like to have a visit with them again? So I just left or with questions, and that was supposed to go to their council sometime this week.
Okay.
Okay, so
And
this
this was
would
all
be
for-
exploring it.
And
Yeah.
for 2028.
Yeah, 2020.
Okay.
There is a grant application, the date to file is May 31st of 2027. So we inform them of that. There's operating and capital money. So that's why we're talking to them now. We even asked them, did they care to do a joint application? They may decide they want to do their own, but yeah, so we ask the questions before we do anything. Okay, thank you for that. So if that's, okay, enough direction. Okay, we're good with that. And now, build community strong fund money.
So I was talking with ACOA a couple weeks ago and they were like, oh, there's this money and if you have a quick project that you would like to submit. They're looking for kind of like an easy win. So I thought and brought up the fact that many years ago, we talked about doing a tent over the farmer's market. And wondered if council would be willing to go forward with putting our application in to do that. So the idea was that it would bring the community a space longer that we could use more efficiently. With the change in the weather, it would keep the rain off the farmer's market when they had it, this heat in the sun when we have extreme heat. It would expand maybe the times that we could use the market. And maybe the community could use it more. So looking to see if what your thoughts are before we proceed with the application or talking to farmers market.
What percent are they,
50%.
and the cost?
Well, I've reached out a couple weeks ago to try and get an updated cost and they still did not get back to me. I don't think they got back to me today while I was out. I told them I had a deadline of today because I had council. Attaches the budgetary numbers, so it is. Final attachment,
And would it be a fixed permanent structure, like it would stay up all year?
correct. And it was engineered, designed by Harry Jost did the original concept. Oh, many years ago.
I wasn't here then, so it was.
No, it was during Bill, I think.
Yeah, and engineers had designed it, so for the wind down there, because extreme wind.
Are there any issues with runoff on either the sides, for snow or rain? Or
I didn't even,
gutters or?
yeah, didn't get that far.
Okay,
Just was a file that we had that I pulled out and thought
Alright.
maybe it would work.
so maybe a top view would be helpful.
But now that I got the price, it might not be helpful. Because last time when we were doing it, I think the quote was at 80. It is now $140,751 plus HST.
140.
So that's the total building and installed.
Mhm.
It's quite large. It's 50 feet by 72 feet with a 12-foot center.
Why wasn't it done before? When it was
Um,
80,000?
We had the money all confirmed, I think, I remember, and then the farmer's market were in, and then I think they took it to their society
membership
and they
want
didn't
it.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same design?
Yes, this
They
design.
didn't like it.
I'm not sure why I wasn't part of that whole conversation. And it's a whole different group of people there now.
Completely different group, but I think back then it was, they wanted it to remain open air.
Kinda is.
So so it was like just a possibility that I was throwing out there.
And is there a cap with the grant? What, you said 50% of,
140.
you know, but like,
No, I think it's just 50-50.
I know, so they don't have a limit?
I don't think so,
Okay.
because they're looking for quick wins. Like I think because it has to be done within this fiscal year as well. So I don't think they thought many people would have projects ready.
Mhm.
This is a typical year-end spending.
Yeah,
spree
yeah,
that happens.
yeah. So but still, it would cost us like 70 something.
Yeah,
Right.
71 or 72,000 after.
Yeah,
Well, more than that after.
Plus
HST.
the, yeah.
yeah. So and like I said, I didn't think it would be that expensive
Yeah.
when I started the process.
So Counselor Sikowski, I mean, I don't know if I would feel comfortable necessarily moving forward with it right now. I think it'd be helpful, to. I mean, if the market wasn't supportive of it then, I think it'd be worth having a conversation with the market to see if they would be supportive, because it doesn't really make sense to put forward something if they aren't supportive of it. But it would just, 50% is a lot of money, and it'd be helpful to sort of think about other ways. There's other quick wins. I don't know.
That was the only quick one that
Okay.
I had like
Okay.
a pricing and engineered documents already for. And I didn't go to the farmer's market because I wanted to make sure first you guys
Yeah.
were on board before I went outside.
Councilor McDonald, I like the 50% too, but 50% when you're looking at probably closer to 75,000 is an awful lot that we hadn't planned for. And if we don't have a buy-in from the market, I think I agree with Councillor Sadkowski. I think it's a little bit difficult to move something forward if we don't have a buy-in from the primary leaser of the space. So I would probably not move forward with that at this time. If it's that quick of a turnaround, we just don't really have the ability to.
Councilor Meyer?
Yeah, I agree, with, both Councillor McDonald and Councillor Satkowski that it's a lot of money at this point. If it were the 80,000, I think it would be probably an easy win, but this is a bit of a, not a win. It's quite a big spend at this point, and we always talk about our unsure future, about our budget, and I think we need to be, very conservative.
So I just have a question, that's all I have. What would be the answer if somebody said it was a motion subject to support from the Farmers and Traders Association? Does that make any difference or not?
Not for me.
It's the cost, I
Okay.
think, for
Yeah.
Councillor Mars, it's the cost, I think,
Yeah.
probably for all of us.
Yes. Yeah, Councillor McDonald agrees with that.
And- Yeah,
Sorry, I left my laptop at home. Sorry, Councillor Sikowski. It says that there's 3 primary funding streams. Do you know which stream they were looking?
This is the community strong.
Okay,
So there's 3 under community strong?
no,
No,
so
so
the Canada, the Build Community Strong Fund
Mhm.
there's 3 sort of subcategories. There's the community one, provincial territorial, and then direct delivery.
Yeah, so this is the community. So it was all about making the space more accessible to the community. The community minded, making like that a hotspot or somewhere that everybody can enjoy for free.
Get more benches for the wharf.
We haven't even seen the plan for the
Yes,
wharf.
exactly.
So yeah, so that was, and it had to be like a C3 estimate, like you had to have your plans ready and C3
Mhm.
estimate for the submission, so
Order of
that's fine,
magnitude.
and it's going, like it will come out again next year,
Yeah,
so.
It might be worthwhile to sort of like start thinking about and put something together, perhaps with that in mind.
Mhm.
'Cause it seems like it covers a lot of different sort of categories. So,
Okay, and I think that's all we needed to,
Yeah,
right?
that's it.
Okay, great. All right, on to item 12, unfinished business, communications task team. And I think everybody received just a quick note.
Yeah, so it just kind of, like, we talked about this a little bit at the last meeting, but I don't think council made a motion or made any decisions on the number of councilors, the number of members that were gonna sit on it. We kind of have like a running list of the items that we're gonna give the task team when we get one arranged and get started with. So just kind of looking, we put the ad out, I think, on Facebook and the MailChimp. And we got some responses back. So just kind of looking the terms of reference. I'm assuming that that would be given to the members that step up and volunteer. And then they would bring the terms back to council to approve to make sure they're on the right track. And then they kind of go do their thing. So looking to see. Yes, so how many counselors, how many members, and when would you like to get this started?
Well, I definitely put my name forward. I've been doing them for 20 years, so seems like it would be silly if I didn't.
Anyone else?
So minimum of 2 counselors, maybe?
Well, we didn't set a minimum. so-
No, so that's what we're.
That's what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, so that's what we need to, yeah,
Figure out, yeah.
I mean, I think we should have at least 2 counselors,
Okay.
on the task team. If more are able to come, depending on when the meetings are being held, then I think that's great.
And maybe that's the way we can word it.
Yeah.
2 counselors, and that gives you the flexibility.
That would be good.
And then how many citizen members?
Do we want to say a minimum of 3? Just, and then that way, if the scheduling, might not line up.
Should we set a maximum 2?
Of 5? 3
Yeah,
to
I'm
5?
thinking 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Minimum of 3, maximum of
maximum
5.
5.
Okay, so, all right, sounds like we have that done.
and then we'll do like no longer than 2-hour meeting.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
everything
no,
else on there was.
yeah, no agendas,
Excellent.
no minutes from town staff.
Mhm.
Making clear, yeah.
Maybe we'll say the composition will also have 1 staff member,
Yeah,
and maybe the staff member could be the chair, just to
Yes.
kind of
that's
keep
a
it
really
separate.
good idea.
Yeah. If that works and it's just an advisory role, they don't have any decision making, all the recommendations come to council and council will review them and make them. And then the team can decide their own timeline when they wanna meet and how often and. Okay,
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
sounds
good.
good.
Done.
so a minimum of 2 counselors. Members of public, 3 to 5, 1 staff member, minimum 1 staff member as the chair.
Yeah,
And I think that's all we need.
Yeah.
That's good.
I
Okay,
mean, if more staff won't come.
Yeah.
And I sent that
yes,
follow-up
we've got
piece
that.
that's breaks things out, you know.
Perfect, so that clarifies things.
Yes, that's good, and you got what you need there.
I do, yeah.
So, it looks like we have completed our agenda. So thank you, Roger, for attending. And we'll entertain a motion to go into camera for, under section 22(2) of the Municipal Government Act, will be approving the minutes, the in-camera minutes, committee of the whole meeting, May 5th, 2026. Business items, we have 1, plans to buy, sell, or lease property; 2, personnel matters; 3, labor relations and contract